If you ask any random coaster enthusiast about inversions, there's a pretty high chance they will say that they are not important or special, and that elements like airtime and intensity are more important in making a coaster good. And while that might be true, that doesn't give away the fact that inversions are still a big part of a lot of coasters and they can still be very fun. In my opinion, inversions are underrated. Now to the point of the video. There are all kinds of different inversions. The most famous are the vertical loop, corkscrew, cobra roll, sidewinder, immelman, barrel roll, hardline roll,
oh my god, Chico!
And arguably the dive loop. But what is a dive loop? The dive loop is a common used element on coasters that has the same track layout of an immelman, but it traverses it the other way. Well, at least on the B&M variant that is. It essentially just flips your train upside down on a straight upwards or slight curved upwards piece of track to then traverse a half loop down to complete the element. It first appeared on Kumba, a B&M sit down at Busch Gardens Tampa in Florida that opened in 1993. It has since started to appear on more and more coasters. A very similar but still different element is the dive drop. The dive drop has the same second half as the dive loop, but the first half is different. Instead of flipping upside down while it's going up, it flips you upside down while the track is going completely or almost horizontal, comparable to the first half of a barrel roll, hardline roll or inline twist. This element was first introduced on Swarm at Fort Park in the UK that opened in 2012. According to RCDB, the dive loop is featured on 56 different coasters, of which 2 are under construction, and the dive drop is featured on 14 different coasters, of which also 2 are under construction. Now let's go over some examples of one of these 2 elements on a coaster, and then I will say if it's a dive loop or a dive drop. Anubis the Ride, dive loop. Lost Gravity, dive drop. Those typical wing coaster drops, those are dive drops. Mystery Mine, dive loop. With these explanations, the difference might seem pretty clear. Well, think again. There's still a little bit of a gray area. For example, this inversion of full throttle is considered a dive drop according to RCDB. And yes, in theory it is, but it is not anywhere closer to all the other dive drops it existed. And then, this inversion that used to be in Twist Coaster Robin. What do you think this is? The first part is pretty flat, so that means it should be a dive drop, right? Wrong. The manufacturer, that I won't try to pronounce, says that this is in fact a dive loop. Why? I have no idea. And finally, this famous element on Hyperion is called a twist and dive, right? According to Intamin, and literally everyone in the community, yes. But RCDB once again says otherwise. They consider this a dive drop. That might bring us to the question, should we actually trust RCDB? Nah. Anyway, that brings us to the end of the video. If you enjoyed this, please like this video, and if you are interested in the other content I produce, consider subscribing. You can also follow me on Instagram, @Coastertopia. Thank you so much for watching and see you next time.
Oh my god, Chico!